The Phoenix Suns superstars were huge in Team USA's gold medal game against France. Kevin Durant and Devin Booker played key roles in helping secure the country's fifth straight gold medal. We're going to break down the game and what this means for Team USA moving forward in the future and for the Phoenix Suns heading into next season right here on Suns Digest. My name is CJ Pierre. Thanks for joining us, you guys. It was a wild game watching Team USA top France. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant were had major impacts in the game, and we're going to break that down. Before we get into that, we noticed that about 82% of you guys have been watching our videos, but you haven't yet subscribed to the channel. If you want to make sure you're keeping up to date with all the latest Suns news and updates, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. And we've got a loaded show for you, so let's get right into this one as Team USA tops France for the gold medal. It was a close game. The final score may not necessarily be indicative of how awesome this game was, but it was back and forth for the longest time. Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, our guys, the two of the Phoenix Suns' big three, key contributors, playing major factor, especially down the stretch in that game, both on offense and defense. If we take a look at the final score, France losing to United States 98-87, US securing the gold medal, France coming with the silver. It was a close game, neck and neck, within single digits for the majority of the game until the United States were able to kind of blow it open in the fourth quarter with thanks in part to Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and of course Steph Curry, who just kind of went absolutely wild in those final moments in the game. If we take a look at the stats for the game, it was pretty even for the majority of the time. Both teams shooting pretty well. France 47.9% from the field, USA over 53%. The United States were able to capitalize from 3-point range, hitting 18 3-pointers to France's 9 and shooting 50%. Of course, a lot of that coming down the stretch when Steph Curry just got absolutely hot. USA had the advantage hitting all their free throws, rebounded France despite the fact that they had Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert. USA passing the ball as well, 29 assists. There were a lot of turnovers, though, 17 turnovers, but not really playing dividends in terms of the end of the game. The USA was able to clean it up, but it kept France in it, those turnovers. USA also had 6 blocks on the defensive end, but it was a wild game to watch. And just all the USA star players played key factors. If you take a look at, the regulars, you got LeBron James, who had 14 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. Steph Curry, as we mentioned, who exploded, hitting 8 threes for 24 points, 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter. But the Suns' star players are really guys that we're going to look at in this podcast. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, both scoring 15 points in that game. It wasn't just what they did offensively; they were both key factors defensively in that game as well. Devin Booker was playing hard on the defensive end. He even had four fouls. You need 5 that fouls you out in Olympic play. But Devin Booker was all over the court. Kevin Durant making huge plays, including a huge steal late in the game as well as a block. Uh, Both those guys were awesome in this game. It was great to watch. If you have a chance to watch it back, I guarantee it's one of the best international games you'll ever see. And Kevin Durant and Devin Booker roles in that and helping the United States secure the country's fifth straight gold medal in men's basketball. It was an awesome scene. Kevin Durant securing his fourth gold medal, Devin Booker his second gold medal, and I just couldn't be happier for those guys. And if we take a look at Kevin Durant and how he helped close the deal, I mentioned the fact that he had 15 points, he had a really, really clutch steal late in that game and was really a force defensively trying to help deal with Victor Wembanyama. He also had a block in this game. He was kind of felt in all aspects. He also hit a big three late in the fourth quarter as well to, kind of help fend off France, who was trying to storm back and make a comeback. But at the end of the day, Kevin Durant getting his record breaking fourth gold medal in men's basketball. It is an awesome feat. Kevin Durant becoming the all-time leading scorer as an Olympian. He's also the all-time leading rebounder as an Olympian, and it is just awesome to see him continue to make history on the international stage. Kevin Durant just really was a force to be reckoned with over the course of the Olympics, particularly coming off the bench in every game except for the gold medal game. He started in this gold medal game. Steve Kerr, knowing that he needed Durant, and Durant did not disappoint throughout these Olympics. He averaged the 25th most points out of any player in the Olympics, averaging 13.8 points, 3.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists. But he really just felt an impact in every facet of the game, offensively, defensively, finding guys that were open, passing up good shots for great shots. Kevin Durant, the consummate professional, he was just a major factor in what the United States was eventually able to do. And now, it's secures his place in history alongside LeBron James and Steph Curry, the kind of the big three of this basketball generation. Kevin Durant slides right in there, and they finally, all three of them, winning a gold together. KD and LeBron have been on a gold medal team before in the past together. Steph Curry, this was his first Olympic gold medal, and to do it with the two other guys that helped define the NBA and basketball in this generation, Durant, LeBron, Steph Curry. It was definitely special to see. Now eyes are kind of moving forward for Team USA as they look ahead to the 2028 Olympics, which will be in Los Angeles, United States, having the home turf in this particular occasion. And will Kevin Durant be a part of that? It's 4 years from now. He'll be further into his career, nearing his age 40 season, but Kevin Durant's not closing the door on that possibility. Marcus Spears tweeting out, during the press conference following the gold medal game, four-time gold medalist Kevin Durant, USA Basketball's all-time leading scorer, said, "We'll see in terms of the possibility of playing in the LA 2028 Olympics." So Kevin Durant is not saying yes, but he's not saying no. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see where he is health-wise. We'll have to wait and see where he is in terms of what he wants more out of his NBA career, where he's at following whatever season he ends up playing. If he ends up playing that long, who knows at this point in time. But Kevin Durant, he's a self-made uh, international superstar at this point, winning his fourth gold medal. Now, let's go to the other side of the equation. Let's talk about Devin Booker, who shines in his Olympic moment. Obviously, D Book really played a key role in the United States from start to finish, starting every game for Team USA and really showcasing why he is considered to be the best two guard in the NBA. And he really showed it. He really shined in many areas, both offensively and defensively again in this game against France. He was able to get to the basket. He shot very well from the field, 6 for 9, and was really aggressive at times, both on both ends of the floor, and really just became a factor. Of course, he was aggressive on defense, racking up 4 fouls, as we mentioned. But again, when the international, which is a little bit more physical style of a game, having Devin Booker show that prowess, show that he's not afraid to get into it defensively is really something I think is going to carry over into the upcoming NBA season. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But Devin Booker, again, just again, another shining star for Team USA in these Olympics, averaging 11.7 points, 29th most out of any other player in the Olympics, 2.7 rebounds, and 3.3 assists. He really just gave you guys the total package throughout the tournament, and I really think that he's going to be able to use this and take the next step in his game. I really think that Devin Booker has another level that he's going to be able to get to really establish himself as a superstar in this league and really just set the tone that he is the number one two guard. And I think this Olympic experience is going to play a large role in that. I think Devin Booker's got a chip on his shoulder right now. I think there's a lot of guys that don't necessarily consider him to be the number one two guard in the league. There's a lot of talk about Anthony Edwards, who also played well in these Olympics. There's a lot of talk about Jaylen Brown, the NBA Finals MVP from the Boston Celtics. But I think at the end of the day, Devin Booker is looking at the landscape, looking at what's around him, and looks at this Phoenix Suns team, and it's probably thinking, you know what? It's time. It's time for me to just silence all the critics, silence the doubters, let everyone know that the NBA Finals against the Milwaukee Bucks was not my peak. Go back to that embarrassment, that Game 7 loss to the Dallas Mavericks the following year, and that's not who Devin Booker is, and I think he's gonna be fierce and ready to show that this upcoming season alongside Kevin Durant, who at this point, he doesn't have anything else to prove either. But I think having this moment, on the Olympic stage together, once again, this is their second gold medal that Booker and Durant have won together. Obviously, Durant was not with the Suns at the time. But winning this together as teammates, I think, really will help solidify that chemistry that we did not see last season under head coach Frank Vogel. Moving forward with Mike Budenholzer, who's more of an offensive minded coach and will probably do a better job of getting both these guys in positions where they're going to be able to succeed. I think they're going to be able to take this experience from the Olympics and carry it into next season where they're going to be the two, you know, the heads of the dragon, heads of the snake, if you will, in terms of what the Suns are going to be doing. It's all going to kind of revolve around Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Bradley Beal to some extent too. We don't want to just forget about what he's going to be able to contribute. But at the end of the day, the Suns are going to only go as far as KD and Booker go. Now, obviously, when you're playing Olympic basketball, high level international play, it's six really intense games, as well as the exhibition games that they played beforehand. It's more mileage on the knees, more mileage, in terms of, what they're able to do. I would probably expect that Mike Budenholzer is going to be a little bit more cautious in terms of, how many minutes he plays these guys, how many games they end up playing, where their rest days are, what they do on back to backs. And that may end up impacting the Suns' record in what's going to be a loaded Western Conference where every win is probably going to matter at the end of the day. But I feel like Mike Budenholzer is a smart coach. He's a player's coach. He's going to be able to understand, in terms of what these guys need. Hopefully, they're going to be able to communicate well as with the other coaches on the coaching staff, including former players like James Posey and Brent Barry. And they'll be able to let them know, hey, I might only be able to play like, give me like 28 minutes tonight. Maybe I may need a rest day here and there. I think that communication is going to be key. And I think that communication will be there with Budenholzer as opposed to what it was like with Frank Vogel, where, he wasn't necessarily connecting with the players all that much. At the end of the day, Devin Booker, KD, shining stars for Team USA in this gold medal victory from start to finish. They both come from it with gold medals. They're both relatively healthy. They're going to come back, get some rest, and get revved up for training camp. And we here at Suns Digest are going to get revved up for training camp along with you guys. We're going to be continuing to preview what the Suns are going to be doing as we head into training camp, into the preseason, and moving forward into what is all intents and purposes a championship or bust season here in Phoenix. That's all I got for you guys this time. If you want to let us know what you guys are thinking in the comments, any other topics you guys want us to discuss, make sure you let us know. But we appreciate all the love and support. If you want to make sure you're keeping up to date with all the latest Suns news and updates and rumors, anything that's going down with the Suns, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing that we're going to have cooking up for you guys. That's all the time I got for you guys. Again, my name's CJ Pierre. This has been Suns Digest, and I will catch y'all next time. And go Phoenix Suns.